here impossible to see one cartilage in septum nasi, that is cartilaga septi nasi. Another cartilage on the wings of the nose, that is greater and lesser cartilage of the wings of the nose. Cartilaga major and cartilaga minor. These openings, that is nostrils, and from the beginning from nostrils to limen nasi, it is not very clear to see limen, that is border where greater cartilage of the wing it makes eminence on the surface of mucous membrane, and between nostrils and this limen nasi, that is vestibule, and behind all another part of the nasal cavity, that is cavitas nasi. And in nasal cavity we have three concha. Do you remember? Concha nasalis
Superior, inferior, medial.
This is concha nasalis media, and this is concha nasalis inferior. Between superior concha and middle concha, here that is meatus nasis superior, meatus nasi medius, and meatus nasi inferior. Superior nasal meatus has communication with sinus sphenoidal sinus, and with anterior and medial and with posterior cells of ethmoid bone, sphenoidal sinus and posterior cells of ethmoid bone. The same in superior nasal meatus, foramen sphenopalatinem opens between pterygopalatine fossa and nasal cavity. In middle nasal meatus, here it is largest sinuses opens. First is most large sinus, that is sinus maxillaris. Sinus maxillaris. Then frontal sinus, the same opens into middle nasal meatus, and anterior and medial cells of ethmoid bone, the same opens into the middle nasal meatus. And help me, what opens into inferior nasal meatus? Who knows? Only one duct. What is this duct? Ductus nasolacrimalis. Between lacrimal sac and nasal cavity. Ductus nasolacrimalis. This duct opens into inferior nasal meatus. Then nasal cavity continues into nasal part of pharynx through what? Through choana. This is nasal cavity, that is nasal part of pharynx. Here it is choana. And in nasal part of pharynx, you already know what? This is auditory tube. Tuba auditiva. Superior wall and posterior wall, that is pharyngeal tonsil, and this cartilage is torus tubarius. This is soft palate, and between opening of auditory tube and soft palate, here it is tonsilla tubaria. Then oral part of pharynx, and then we continue. Air goes into the larynx. This is larynx. What you can see in preparate, this is plica vestibularis. This one is plica vocalis. Everything what is above of plica vestibularis, here it is, that is vestibule of larynx. Between plica vestibularis and plica vocalis we have ventricle, ventriculus laryngeus, and below of plica vocalis, all of this lower part of laryngeal larynx. Larynx has paired and unpaired cartilages. Largest unpaired cartilage, that is what? Help me, what is it? This is thyroid cartilage. Then
thyroid.
it has two lamina, right and left lamina. They join together and makes angle, and four horns, two superior horns and two inferior horns. Next cartilage, unpaired cartilage, that is cricket cartilage. It is below of thyroid, and cricket cartilage consists of arch and lamina. This is arch in front and posteriorly lamina. And next unpaired cartilage, that is epiglottis. Epiglottis, it's closed enter into the larynx. This enter has name additus laryngis. And in time of swallowing, this epiglottic cartilage, it moves downward and closed enter into the larynx. And food continues into laryngeal part of pharynx. They are unpaired. And now paired cartilages. That is, look here, this is lamina of cricket cartilage, and above of this lamina we can see, where is my stick? We can see arytenoid cartilage. Arytenoid. This cartilage has apex, base, and two processes. This process which looks forward, that is processus vocalis, and another process, it moves laterally. That is muscular process. It comes here. This is a vocal process, and laterally muscular process. And this cartilage is paired. That is right, and here it is left. Arytenoid cartilage. Here one, and that is another arytenoid cartilage. Another small cartilages inside of ligaments, impossible to see. They are cartilaga carniculata and cuneiform cartilage. It is necessary to know them, but impossible to see. They are very small cartilages inside of ligaments. What else? Inlet, additus laryngis. In front, that is epiglottis, epiglottic cartilage. Posteriorly, apex of arytenoid cartilages. Between arytenoid cartilage and epiglottic cartilage, we have fold, plica araepiglottica, araepiglottic fold, right and left. And between two arytenoid cartilages, this fold is plica interarytenoidea. And all of these structures together surround inlet, additus laryngis, inlet into the larynx. Laterally from araepiglottic fold, we have recess, that is piriform recess. This recess is in pharynx, in laryngeal part of pharynx. Now, this fold is plica vestibularis. This is vocal fold, plica vocalis. Between them, ventriculus laryngeus. Above of vestibular fold, this is that is vestibule of larynx, and below of vocal fold, this is cavitas infraglottidis. And now space between this vocal fold and this vocal fold, that is rima glottidis, that is place where voice appear. That is, if we, in time of breathing, when we, in time of expiration, when air pass through this space, through rima glottidis, it is voice is appear. And next moment, in submucous layer, we have membrane. And this membrane consists of two parts. In vestibule of